There is only one master, and this master is God, the I Am within themselves. I am the Lord thy God who led thee out of the land of darkness, out of the house of bondage. I am. Your awareness is Lord and Master, and besides your awareness there is neither Lord nor Master. You are master of all that you will ever be aware of being. You know that you are, do you not? Knowing that you are is the Lord and Master of that which you know that you are. You could be completely isolated by man from that which you are conscious of being, yet you would, in spite of all human barriers, effortlessly draw to yourself all that you were conscious of being. Your awareness, I Am, is the master magician who conjures all things by being that which he would conjure. This Lord and Master that you are can and does make all that you are conscious of being appear in your world. You rise to a higher level of consciousness by taking your attention away from your present limitations and placing it upon that which you desire to be. Do not attempt this in daydreaming or wishful thinking, but in a positive manner. Claim yourself to be the thing desired. I am that, no sacrifice, no diet, no human tricks. All that is asked of you is to accept your desire. If you dare claim it, you will express it. I Am is that reality to which, whatever happens, we must turn for an explanation of the phenomena of life. It is I Am's concept of itself that determines the form and scenery of its existence. Everything depends upon its attitude towards itself. That which it will not affirm as true of itself cannot awaken in its world. That is, your concept of yourself, such as, I am strong, I am secure, I am loved, determines the world in which you live. I Am is the fact of existence, and to know that gives you all power. When you have to go and tackle the Egyptians, and your heart turns to water within you, and you say to yourself, I cannot do this, I am not adequate, there is no way, then remember your true identity and say to the Egyptians, I Am hath sent me, and the road will open and you will surmount your difficulties. Before man can transform his world, he must first lay this foundation or understanding. I am the Lord and there is none else. Man must know that his awareness of being is God. Until this is firmly established so that no suggestion or argument of others can shake him, he will find himself returning to the slavery of his former belief. If ye believe not that I am he, ye shall die in your sins. Unless man discovers that his consciousness is the cause of every expression of his life, he will continue seeking the cause of his confusion in the world of effects, and so shall die in his fruitless search. Whatever you affix to the I Am and believe, you become. The I Am in you is God, and there is none other. I Am, or life, awareness, pure being, existence, or the real self of you is God. It is the only cause. It is the only power making anything in the world. Honor it, live with the feeling, I am Christ, all day long. Christ means the anointed one, the awakened one, the illumined one. Feel you are this anointed one, continue to live in that mental atmosphere, then you will draw out the Christ, wisdom, power, and intelligence of God within you, and your whole world will be transformed by that inner light shining in your mind. Every time you feel, I am the Christ, I am illumined, I am inspired, you are praying and qualifying your consciousness with the thing you are praying about, and with the thoughts you are thinking. I came that ye might have life and that ye might have it more abundantly. I am the truth, the life, etc. Come unto me. Blending with this permanent identity will finally defeat the last enemy. And then shall we enter into a plane of manifestation and be freed from the coming and going of this lovely truth. It is the greatest affirmation the new emancipation puts on our tongue. I am love directed to my chosen end by thought. The stanza which we sing, God is love, comes as the fulfilling of the law. There is no longer law for man but man for law. As Sabbath and state are for man, so law is now for man, and man becomes the law unto himself, even as God is law unto his universe. I am law. Can you climb thus high? I am law. Henceforth in my freedom nature obeys me, for I am law. And I am law, because I am love, for love is the fulfilling of the law. As soon as I recognize that I am love, then I become in the universe lawless, and becoming law I live above all law. In this connection do you recall Emerson's most wondrous lines, into the fifth himself he flings, and conscious law is king of kings. There is but one truth, one life, one intelligence, one self, one I am, one presence, and I am this. I do not speak with mind. I do not create thoughts. I speak truth. I speak the word. I am the fulfillment of that which I am. As long as you believe in a God apart from yourself, you will continue to transfer the power of your expression to your conceptions, forgetting that you are the conceiver. Do you believe that the I am is able to do this? Then claim me, yourself, to be that which you want to see poured out. Claim yourself to be that which you want to be and that you shall be. Not because of masters will I give it unto you, but because you have recognized me, yourself, to be that, I will give it unto you, for I am all things to all. Your belief in masters is a confession of your slavery. Only slaves have masters. Change your conception of yourself and you will, without the aid of masters or anyone else, automatically transform your world to conform to your changed conception of yourself. We limit our prosperity by the way we identify ourselves. This self-identification can be subtle, such as, I am only. Be aware of what you tie your I am to. This is a powerful tool of calling the creative process into flow. There are not two I ams, but one I am. Whatever, therefore, I can conceive the great universal life principle to be, that I am. Let us try fully to realize what this means. Can you conceive the great originating and sustaining life principle of the whole universe as poor, weak, sordid, miserable, jealous, angry, anxious, uncertain, or in any other way limited? We know that this is impossible. Then because the I am is one, it is equally untrue of ourselves. Learn first to distinguish the true self that you are from the mental and physical processes which it throws forth as the instruments of its expression, and then learn that this self controls these instruments, and not vice versa. As we advance in this knowledge, we know ourselves to be unlimited, and that, in the miniature world, whose center we ourselves are the very same overflowing of joyous livingness that the great life spirit is in the great all. The I am is one. If a man tries to achieve what he wants through external means, it will forever elude him. He is a thief and a robber in the sense that he is robbing himself of the joy of manifesting his ideal, by refusing to claim and feel its reality mentally. He must have the mental equivalent first, then its manifestation follows. Our own mind or consciousness, I am, is the door to all expression. All I ask is that you who read these lessons shall try the effect upon the subconscious mind of vigorous, positive, living words. Even though you are in the midst of poverty, sickness and sorrow, affirm the opposite. Say with all the earnestness you can muster, I am rich, I am well, I am happy. Say it again and again, though all things conspire to give the lie to your words. If you do this faithfully, just as sure as you live, the words you thus utter will fall into the subconscious mind and become there a power to work for good in all your conditions. I am. What is I am? It is your true being. It is your real nature, your real self, and nobody else, because no one else can say I am for you. Only you can say I am. That is your real identity, the presence of God in you, the indwelling Christ. That is you, and whatever you attach to I am with conviction, that you are and that you have. Jesus of Nazareth, who scattered the evil with his eye, is asleep in the imagination of every man, and out of his own imagination must man awaken him by subjectively affirming, I am Jesus. Then and only then will he see Jesus, for man can only see what is awake in himself. The Kabbalists tell us of the lost word, the word of power which mankind has lost. To him who discovers this word all things are possible. Is this mirific word really lost? Yes, and no. It is the open secret of the universe, and the Bible gives us the key to it. It tells us, the word is nigh thee, even in thy mouth and in thy heart. It is the most familiar of all words, the word which in our heart we realize as the center of our conscious being, and which is in our mouth 100 times a day. It is the word, I am. Because I am what I am, I may be what I will to be. My individuality is one of the modes in which the infinite expresses itself, and therefore I am myself that very power which I find to be the innermost within of all things. To me, thus realizing the great unity of all spirit, the infinite is not the indefinite, for I see it to be the infinite of myself. It is the very same I am that I am, and this not by any act of uncertain favor, but by the law of polarity which is the basis of all nature. The law of polarity is that law according to which everything attains completion by manifesting itself in the opposite direction to that from which it started. It is the simple law by which there can be no inside without an outside, nor one end of a stick without an opposite end. Our subconscious assumptions continually externalize themselves that others may consciously see us as we subconsciously see ourselves, and tell us by their actions what we have subconsciously assumed of ourselves to be. Therefore let us assume the feeling, I am Christ, until our conscious claim becomes our subconscious assumption that, we all with open face beholding as in a glass the glory of the Lord are changed into the same image from glory to glory. Let God awake and his enemies be destroyed. There is no greater prayer for man. If I strive to be master, I shall never attain. If I aim to be, I shall never arrive. If I look up and away to a power outside and beyond myself, I shall never find. Only when I know as I am known shall I find that I, self, the Jesus Christ character, am master. I, the one life, the one intelligence, am spirit, truth. I, the one and the all, the unborn and the undying, am the power and the glory, the living reality. Our behavior is influenced by our subconscious assumption respecting our own social and intellectual rank and that of the one we are addressing. Let us seek for and evoke the greatest rank, and the noblest of all is that which disrobes man of his morality and clothes him with uncurbed immortal glory. Let us assume the feeling, I am Christ, and our whole behavior will subtly and unconsciously change in accordance with the assumption. God is I am that I am, and you are I am, and you make your destiny and your own fate by the things which you attach to that I am, for that is what you really believe about yourself. If you give credence to fear by saying, I am afraid, then you are destroying yourself. Every time you entertain a pang of fear, or jealousy, or a thought of criticism, every time you speak an unkind word to anyone, and much more so if you say it about them when they are not present, you are definitely shortening and destroying your life. You are definitely breaking down your cells. You are making your body more sensitive to pain. Nor do we lose a grain of good. Nobody can keep it away from you. Every time you say, I am one with God, you are improving your life. Every time you refuse to be bullied by fear, every time you follow the highest you know, and put your trust in God, you are lengthening your life, improving your health, and making it more difficult for disease to attack you.